Hi friends! So today we're going to learn how to draw hair, and this is going to be for straight hair specifically. I've divided this video into 3 parts. Part 1 is chunking, part 2 is styling, and then part 3 is shading. So part 1 is chunking. Now, I like to draw the head first before the hair because if you draw the hair first, what happens is you'll squish the face in and you'll get Cyclop-chan, and we don't want Cyclop-chan. I like to draw the hairline because it outlines the hair parts, which I'll get into next. When you're drawing the hairline, I usually copy the chin to the eyebrow and double that regardless if it's male or female. When doing the hairline, I like to do a heart-shaped face, so you'll see a widow's peak on the middle of the forehead, and this makes it a lot easier to make things symmetrical. With sideburns, you can keep making it longer and longer, and you can connect it if your character has a beard or a 5 o'clock shadow. Also, when you're drawing hair with wind, the hairline is going to still reside there. Also, remember that even if your character has a side hair, that the under hair is still going to show. If they have long hair, it's going to be tucked under or over the ear. After the hairline, you want to do chunking, which just means making complicated shapes into simple shapes. So take Sailor Moon, for example. She has these 2 buns on the top of her head, so you make those into circles, and then her pigtails are these long rectangles that become like swirly, like snakes. And then her bangs are like this circle, like almost like a moon shape. You have 4 sections of the hair. So you have the bangs, you have the side bangs or sideburns, and then you have the back hair. And then you have the ahoge or foolish hair. This is for characters who are klutzy or they're goofy. Now with the hairline, the chunking, and the hair sections, we're going to put them all together. I'm going to draw a simple bob, and do not worry about details, just draw a simple square, circle, or triangle. I draw a dot right where the widow's peak is, and this is where all the hair is going to point towards and wrap around that circle that is the head. And the idea is we're not drawing straight hair that's flat. We're drawing something that curves into that dot. When you're drawing those shapes, only draw thick parts of the hair first and leave gaps in between, because when you do the gaps in between, we're going to add little hair between those gaps to fill it in and create variety. There's only 3 types of hair strands, which is it has 1, 2, or 3 triangles. And I like to push the hair all the way to the hairline instead of pushing all the way to the bottom because I think that looks nicer. So the second part is styling. There's 3 things you can do with hair. So 1 is you can control the length. 2 is that you can control the direction, so whether it points down, it points up, it points inwards, or it points outwards. And this is for the bangs, the side bangs, or the back hair. For updo styles, you're going to do what you did with the bangs, so you're going to put a dot there, and you'll see that the hair gets pinched there, so the hair hugs around the head. And it doesn't matter if you're doing pigtails or braids or a half down, half up, the same rules apply. If you're doing pigtails or braids, you're going to divide the hairline in half. So draw a line down the head, and you're going to put 2 dots where you want the pigtails or the braids to start. And then you'll have the lines wrap around to that dot. Whether you're putting it up or you're putting it low, just put the dots where you want them. Then part 3 is shading. Whether you have short hair or long hair, you want to shade the back hair the darkest. And in manga, this is usually black, but if it's colored, it's usually the darkest color. My personal style is I will have a half circle on top, and the whole hair is shaped like a circle. As far as highlights, I've seen 3 different styles. So you'll draw a straight line and then you'll erase the top and bottom part. Another one is small little lines, and then another is doing a big circle, big circle, small circle. And then the next one is doing a simple smiley face. Normally people do highlights at the mid part of the bangs, but I like to do the highlights on the way top. If you're trying to color other parts of the hair, I would recommend doing it where the widest part is, not where the hair becomes the smallest. That's the basics of hair, and I really hope that I helped. You guys have a good one. Ciao!